Siddhanta and the energy of freedom. Nirvana Shatakam produces gamma waves in the brain. Science says so. Once the chanting stops, the gamma waves disappear. The gamma waves of Nirvana Shatakam are the psychic power. The gamma waves don't sit there doing nothing. I don't know how they do it and what they use it for. Let us say that the gamma waves are used to heal and not to harm. To use the gamma waves of Nirvana Shatakam to heal is the Siddhi. Gamma waves are still energy in the gamma wave pattern because you are able to identify it as gamma as opposed to beta or theta, and you use it to heal. If it were not energy, you cannot heal. Simple, right? So there is the energy of the Siddhi. What we are saying is free the energy of the Siddhi so that there is the total energy of freedom. Moreover, when the self or the I, the me, preponderates and predominates over all else, then the Siddhis, which are psychic powers, will be used to do unimaginable harm. Jiddu Krishnamurti says that Vedanta means the ending of the known, and he says that after Vedanta there is the awakening or the flowering of the Siddhis, the Ashta Siddhis. But if you are caught in all that, Jiddu Krishnamurti says you cannot go very far. Vedanta or the ending of the known and freeing up of all the energy of the self is the natural awakening of the Siddhis or Ashta Siddhis, and therefore the ending of the Siddhis or Siddhanta. Siddhanta means the ending of the Siddhis. Vedanta, Siddhanta, release of the total energy. There is now the total energy of freedom, freedom from the known and psychic powers. And ending is dying. The total energy of freedom, implying free energy, can keep mutating to meet the ever new, a challenge. A challenge is ever new, with the brand new every time without leaving a mark or effect that accumulates as karma. The total energy of freedom, implying freedom, can keep mutating to meet the ever new with the brand new every time without leaving a mark or effect that accumulates as karma. Therefore, right action every time. An action that is complete and adequately meets a challenge every time without leaving a mark as karma. Sirs, mustn't all of us have this total energy of freedom for goodness, love, and compassion to flower and spread its perfume? All of her, mustn't all of us have this total energy of freedom? Vedanta Siddhanta, the total energy of freedom, the flowering of goodness, love, and compassion are for everybody. Jiddu Krishnamurti says, I want everybody to get it. There lies the problem and the danger, sirs. Now it becomes extremely dangerous because we are entering into the dangerous territory of cutthroat competition, the competition of Hindu gurus, godmen, and religion itself. The moment Jiddu Krishnamurti says it is for everybody, the Hindu gurus and godmen, and for that matter, religion itself, feels threatened, greatly threatened. Fear is the root of evil. Let's keep it simple. Sir, if everybody is a leader, then nobody is a leader. Got it? That is, what happens to the leader is authority, power over you and the rest of us, and his huge following, all that which gives him great comfort and tremendous security. When everybody is a leader, then the leader is nobody, is reduced to a nobody. The crowds, the teeming millions that espouse him in the comforting warm embrace suddenly vanish. He is then terribly lonely and a miserable nobody. Fear, tremendous fear, therefore tremendous potential and propensity for evil or to do harm. And worse still, the leader feverishly and desperately works towards the ideal, which is when everybody is bad, then nobody is bad. Got it? Therefore, trap or honey trap or any trap, besmirch, besmear, assassinate the character, weaponize and demonize while the leader bubbles up or comes up to the top, grows, grows larger than life, unscathed, untamarilled, and is the only epitome of good that the rest of the world can look up to and hold in awe and respect. Take a look at how Bhanumati, the sister of Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, describes compassion by equating it with gratitude and audaciously tells us that compassion grows with gratitude. The cunning of it that enthuses, encourages, or propels you to surrender at the feet of Sri Sri Ravi Shankar and be everlastingly grateful to him, so that your immense compassion breaches all bounds and grows exponentially and phenomenally. Ware wah! Kya baat hai bhai? Kya baat hai? Now, who is the entity that is grateful? Why should there be gratitude at all unless there is an entity who expects it? What happens if you're ungrateful? You are never going to harm yourself anyway. So fear what might happen. So fear of what might happen if you're ungrateful. This means that gratitude is more about or all about the object towards which it is directed than the subject itself. Therefore, gratitude is of the self. That is, harm will come to you or something might happen to you if you are ungrateful. Where is the self or fear? Can there be compassion? Where there is the self or fear, can there be compassion? Where there is competition, let alone cutthroat competition, can there be compassion? Can you know compassion? If is compassion experiential? Can you know compassion? Is compassion experiential? The self is the root, essence, and factor of measurement. Without the self, you cannot measure. Can measurement ever know the immeasurable or compassion? Then what do you mean by growth or gratitude grows or compassion grows with gratitude? Bhanumati, Dharma samstha pranarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. You cannot stop Maitriya Buddha. Maitriya Buddha won't stop until every being or every human is illuminated. Jiddu Krishnamurti says, I want everybody to reach the source of all energy, the total illumination. You are frightened or terrified, right? Because what will happen to your authority, power over your followers, and the tremendous security the following of millions gives you? Tera kya hoga Kalia? Sholay dialogue. Jo dara wo mara. Oops. The dog next door barks loudly in protest. Oops. A dog in the street has joined in the protest and barks loudly, spiced with a sinister howl, an ominous harbinger of imminent harm, evil, or danger. Ouch! I hurt my elbow when I banged it against the chair.